So let's start with co-living, and we have a lot of people that are still joining, but no worries. Again, if you have any questions, please put your question on the Q&A, and we'll definitely be answered. We want to answer every question possible. Also, before we finish, we are going to give a webinar exclusive offer. So if you are ready to start your rental portfolio, maybe you already been looking at this, or maybe you already have some properties and you like this return on investment, we have a way for you to put a deposit today and lock the price and lock a lot. We have two areas right now that we do have lots available right now, and I'm going to be showing you the lots and everything else. And Yanira, why don't you get us started?
So amazing. I don't know what you guys know about Queen Homes, but we are the owners of the construction company Queen Homes Builders. We've been established since 2013. We've done already over 300 projects completed with our company. We specialize in custom homes and multifamily and investment properties as the project that we're going to introduce to you guys at this moment. We have together combined over 36 years of experience. I started when I was 15, by the way. So we have so much experience in the industry, not only in real estate or construction, but in every aspect that you need to consider when you are in investment in real estate, to get to know what is best for you to build, to rent, to sell immediately for short term. What is the best option for you? And we bring with our expertise, knowledge, and alliances and partnerships able to guide you through the process, not just to build a product or a house where you don't know how effective is it going to be for the purpose that you're trying to accomplish. In a real estate side, we have already completed over 7,500 transactions, 7,500 families that have trusted the Yanira team and Queen Homes to help them with their biggest decisions in life in financing, on whether they're buying their first home or expanding their portfolio of investment or starting from zero to navigate into creating generational wealth for them and their families. We are members of Greater Orlando Builders Association, which is a very reputable company or association, I should say, that all the big builders belong to. We're also a member of the National Association of Home Builders. We're trustees of the Hispanic Chamber of Metro Orlando, and we're members also of the Association of Professional Builders. So we're part of every organization that only gives membership to trustworthy companies that can show the work that we've done in our community for so many years, the projects, the construction process, and the trust that you can build with us and be assured that we're going to create what is best for you, not just a property or a construction.
Amazing. And the second quarter of 2026?
Oh, we have 12 projects under construction and about 25 projects in permitting. And we just got like 2 or 3 approved this week, right? Just on Monday, I
We
think.
had actually the first 3 Sovereign 4s
Yay!
fully permitted, ready for starting construction. We have about 12 more to go
That's awesome.
as we started this new model just 8 weeks ago, basically.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So to tell you a little bit more about the company, Janine and I obviously are partners in all our companies. Queen Homes is what we're going to talk about today. But also we wanted to mention Yanira runs one of the largest Latin-based teams in the United States with over 150 brokers, over 7,500 transactions in real estate. So she handles basically all real estate transactions, buyers, sellers. Why is that important to you as an investor? Because sooner or later you're gonna want to sell, and we have the team to do it. Also, we look at the investor or at the investment from the point of view also if it makes sense real estate. Not only that you're gonna cash flow and you're gonna make money, but also that what's gonna happen on your exit strategy, whether it's rental or whether it's selling it. Uh, Number two, we have our marketing company, Pool Media, which that's where we do all our advertising for all our listings. Yes, lending, very important because we do have also a lending company since 2006. And this is good for you as an investor for two reasons. Number one, we're making sure in all the investments as we structure it that basically the property is going to appraise and also that you're going to get financing. And we do have financing available already, as you're going to see on the charts. We do have financing available as well. And we also have Yanira University for people that want to get their own license. If you want to talk a little bit
Having
about the team.
that real estate is so important. Very different. If you are an investor already, maybe you have had the experience working with other builders, and typically not everyone, and I think that we are one of the few that does this. Builders only care or talk to you about the construction. You tell them, I want to build properties for rent or to resell, and you bring them the plans, or you build the plans with their architect and they build it for you, and that's it. It's your responsibility to find out if it's going to be sold at the right price, if you're going to make money, if it's going to be rentable, if you're going to have return on investment. They don't talk or know anything about it because they're just a builder. So having a builder company that has the partnership and ownership of a real estate company brings to the table the experience of actually advising you, not only in the construction, but what is the best product for you, taking in consideration what is the return on investment that you want to have. I just want to point and highlight that the reason why having the Yanira team is so important to consider when you're building with Queen Homes. Now, I'm very proud to say that we have a very structured company where we have every position that is important taken care of with people with vast experience. So we are the owners, we are the executive co-founders and CEOs and CFOs and everything else that is extremely important, and the knowledge that we bring to the table. But we have very established team that takes care of every aspect that is important in order to finish your product and to be able to handle you the keys of what is going to be your money making machine and investment. So we have our operations manager, Carlos Lopez, someone very, very experienced already with us in Queen Homes. And also in real estate, he's one of our instructors in the school for Yanira University. So you have someone very knowledgeable, very technical in systems and so on, and he takes care of all the operational side and admin side of the company. Also, I am very proud to say, and if you can take that out so I can see people's name, thank you so much. I'm very proud to say that as a company, as a builder company, we do have our own inside general contractor. There's many construction companies out there that don't have their general contractor in staff. They hire people from the outside. So we have Brett Crawford, which has over 25 years of experience building in Central Florida in the 7 counties, including single family homes to multifamily to commercial to $1 million properties. So that is incredible to be able to add that to our admin team, making sure that we're creating the best experience for you. We also have a permitting lady. She is the queen of permitting. She's the one that we celebrated on Monday. Actually, if you go to social media, you can see the video. We did a party and everything, because getting permits approved for any type of project is very
Have to celebrate
complicated.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very complicated. Sometimes clients don't understand or don't know what it takes to get permits approved. Is 7 different outsiders that make decisions on that project to be approved, including the county that changes their mind at any time, and codes and regulations. So Lourdes Galva, which takes care of that side, and she's doing an amazing, amazing job. We have Edgardo Fernandez, which is our field superintendent. This is the guy that is on the sun every day, driving up and down project to project, making sure that your property is going to pass every inspection, that we are building the right property in the right lot, because believe it or not, there's people out there that do build properties in lots that do not belong to the owner. Those are things that can happen if you don't have the right structure and the right people in place. Also, with over 15 years of experience in construction, and he brings so much to the table, making sure that we're bringing the best of Queen Homes when we are building your property. Rafael Gonzalez, oh my God. Every time I talk about him, I'm so happy and proud to have someone like him with over 40 years of experience. He also started very young, by the way. He started over 40 years ago, and he is the one that is in charge with all planning and due diligence, which is another side of construction that maybe you've never heard of or you're not aware of, but it's a very important part of the construction side, because they also determine how effective that project is going to be, calculating of energy and AC and units and what is needed for the property to be efficient, everything in planning and engineering. We also have a full team here in the office that takes care of sales and coordination. We have amazing concierges for the team, people with many years of experience with us. Raya is a team leader with over 5 years in the team, promoted almost every year with a highest production, and so much culture and vision and passion to bring to the table to take care and give a experience of excellence to our clients at all times. Hector and Alejandro and Robert, also Giovanna and Sara. We have an amazing team that makes all this experience incredible for you.
Beautiful. We wanted to show you a couple of examples of projects that we've done. Lower the volume here a little bit. So hopefully you can still hear me. So this is one of our custom homes. This was about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. But it's just to give you an idea of the level of construction that we've done. For this webinar, we don't get a lot into custom homes, but I also always like to show, some of the products that we have done through the years. This is obviously a $2.1 million home in Central Florida, with a lot of upgrades. You have, of course, 10-foot ceilings that are standard for us. We have quartz countertop, 42-inch cabinet. So just to give you an idea of a little bit of the construction. And this is another project that we finished. We actually just finished 5 of these by Ocala in Citrus Springs that were already delivered to the investors and to be rented. Some of them are already rented. So again, just to give you an idea of what we do as far as construction. This is a duplex. So just to let you know that we also build duplexes, triplexes, sixplexes, eightplexes, really. We can actually build commercial as well and things like that. This is an example of one of our duplex models. We have about 8 duplex models. This one is 1,350 square feet each size, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 10-foot ceilings, waterproof, a lifetime warranty, architectural vinyl planks, quartz. So these finishes that you're seeing are the same finishes that we deliver as a basic on our investment, so a standard on our investment properties. So the co-living property, this is the kind of finishes that you're gonna be seeing.
Actually, Yuri, it comes to my mind, one of the most frequent questions that I get from investors when they see that we build duplex and triplex or fourplex, and like you said, when does it become commercial? Because people have a confusion of what the construction is, whether it's considered regular construction or commercial, and how complicated it may be from one to the other.
Yeah, so basically, as soon as you do 4 units or more, 4 dwellings or more is considered commercial. So a quad, what we call a quad, which would be 4 separate living units, that would be commercial. Everything gets a lot more involved to say a nice word,
Yeah,
on permitting.
interesting.
It's a commercial permitting. In other words, when I hit a quad or larger, the permitting process is the same as if I'm building a Publix.
Yes.
They're gonna ask me for so much engineering, fire sprinklers, handicap spaces for parking. It automatically becomes a commercial property, from quad and up. So it can be done, obviously, but you're looking at a difference of maybe 30 to 60 days on a residential permitting process to 6 months to a year on a commercial process.
So that is very important to understand when you're considering into what type of project you're thinking that you want to invest. Because sometimes they see that the lot is really big and they think, okay, well, I want to maximize, I want to do a quad, and maybe that's not the proper use of that lot.
Not only does it matter on the size, it matters on the zoning.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people say, "Hey, this is 2 acres. I want to do 17 units,
Yes.
and it's a zone for one house."
Yes.
Even with that many acres, you can only do one house, or you can split the lots, and that's where
Yes.
Rafael comes to rezone,
Exactly.
split, change the density so that we can have more doors. And this is when we're talking about multifamily. Okay.
Absolutely.
On the one that we're talking about today, co-living, it's simple because it's a single family home. And I'm going to show you the model. I'm going to show you everything. No worries. Before we get into that, just wanted to talk really quick about Florida because we do have people that join us from all over the place. We have people here from New York, from Texas.
I wish I knew who do we have today. If you're so kind to write on the chat, where are you watching from today? We would love to know if you're from outside of the country or outside of the state.
Yeah, and the questions and answers. So, number one, Florida is the highest population growth of all the states. Right now, we're getting about 30,000 people a month, in which obviously they got to rent or they have to buy.
Yeah.
But there's a huge shortage of affordable housing, and that's the reason why this type of investment it's so hot right now because you're providing housing at a price that it's a lot lower than the median price. So when you're an investor, you don't want to be the most expensive rental in the neighborhood. This way, with rentals by room and co-living, you're actually able to provide a rental that is a lot more affordable for people. So basically, the occupancy it's amazing, and it rents super fast. Number two is the legal and tax standpoint. Florida is a landlord state, so if you've never had rental properties in Florida, you can sleep well knowing that this is not like New York, for example, where actually we've heard of investors that tell us that sometimes people stay there for 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years, and you cannot take them out and they don't pay.
Mhm. That's what happened in pandemia time.
Yeah. So here, when you have when you're a landlord and you have a good property manager here, you can put a 3-day notice when somebody doesn't pay
Yes.
and get them out within the month. So that is very important. Also, we don't have a state tax, like Florida, California, and other states that do have state tax. So you're not paying double the taxes as other states. And number three, obviously, the climate and the diversity that makes Florida so beautiful. And obviously, actually some of the lots I'm going to be showing you, they're right next to properties that are on canals with boats to go to the beach in the Tampa side. Okay, and I'm going to be looking at the questions as Janita goes to the next one. So, what is co-living, Janita? Explain to these beautiful people what is co-living. Where did that come from? Obviously, we didn't invent this. We didn't invent this. What we did, I think, maybe invented was a way to do it in new construction in a way that it's very profitable for investors.
I think that's the beautiful thing that we were able to create, because in reality, this is why maybe many of you or some of you or everyone here listening today might know what co-living is, because this is something that is happening already. People are taking existing properties and converting them into co-living. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that you may be one that has a property like that or know someone that has converted their home that they had for investment and started renting them rooms. This is something that people have been doing for a while. Even in Miami, it's very popular right now that people are converting the garage not only into an efficiency, but they're splitting it in 4 ways and making a little room and renting each room. That is co-living already. The difference of what we created was the opportunity to actually build a new property, new construction, already designed with that purpose to become a co-living, with the efficiency that is needed in that property to sustain more than a family renting the property, which is something that a lot of people don't think about. An existing property that you just rent the rooms and now you have 12 people living in the room, maybe they have septic, and that septic or well is not ready to serve that capacity for that home. Or the AC unit does not have the power to maintain 12 or 16 people in a home because it was designed for a family of 4 or 5. So what we truly invented was the opportunity to create the concept, but now with new construction designed for that purpose, and for you to be able to be worry-free of how you're going to multiply the return on investment of your property. So we're going to have private spaces, for instance. So we can build actually 4 bedrooms or 6 bedrooms or however bedrooms you want to have. And the beautiful thing about this is it's still going to be a single family home. It's not going to be commercial or duplex or triplex because we're sharing kitchen spaces, we're sharing living room spaces, we're sharing dining room spaces. However, each room has their individual outside entrance. So yes, you're listening correct. We're going to have the main entrance of the house, but also each room separately is going to have an outside entrance, and that makes it private. Each room is going to be big enough where the person, like masters, they're going to have their own bathroom, which is very necessary. Now they're not going to be sharing bathrooms in the hallway. It's going to have their own AC unit or split. So now that person doesn't have to be fighting with the other room for how the temperature is going to be in the room. They're going to have like really a master room for them individually. They're going to have share laundry space, like an apartment complex, let's say. And the investor is going to have the opportunity to maximize 4 times the rental of that property. So that 4-bedroom property or suites that maybe regularly would be rented for $2,000 or $2,200, now you might be able to rent each room for $1,000 or $1,200. And now instead of $2,000, now you have $4,000 return. So that is the beauty of what we created with new construction with co-living. Happier tenants, worry-free for the investor because it's new construction, and all the necessities to provide for the people that need affordable housing and for you to make more money.
Definitely. To answer a question that Mr. Than put in there, I cannot replace sheetrock with OSB plywood. So on the price that we're gonna give today, that's already all priced in. On these, if you wanted to do a custom home and then now change finishes and things like that, then we will have to price the custom home. We are doing many of these homes, and the reason why we actually can guarantee the price is because we already have all those materials with all our suppliers and all our subs already done. So anything that is a structural and things like that, for example, you're talking about sheetrock, texture, paint, all of that is already included. You don't have to worry about anything. That's all already on the price.
We
Of
have
the
already
construction.
projected the price based on what is needed for that
Correct.
construction. And one thing that Yuri mentioned before is that we are very proud of the standards that we have of construction. So you may find someone that offers you to build for cheaper price. That's not who we are. We want to maintain the standard of quality of what our clients are going to receive.
Correct. So let's talk about on the co-living as well. Basically, we solved all the problems that tenants have on co-living properties that are being done right now on used homes. And it's also perfect timing because Florida has a large shortage of affordable rentals,
Yes.
which have increased about 50% in the last 3 years. The rentals have gone up about 50% in the last 3 years. So that is the reason why so many people are
Yes.
building ADUs, or they are doing their garage and they're renting it, and they're
Yes.
renting it immediately because there's such a shortage of this affordable living. Now, the big advantages with new construction,
To mention something else,
yes,
yes, we're doing this webinar for investors, but there might be someone that might be thinking, can I live in the property and rent as well? And yes, the answer is yes. This is a project that you can actually buy it as a primary home and rent the other rooms and be able to have return on investment on your primary property.
absolutely. We have right now two clients that already approved, and they were gonna buy a regular home, and because they wanted to buy a duplex. A duplex is a lot
Yeah.
more money,
Mm-hmm.
so they were gonna buy a regular home through one of our realtors. And when they saw this, like, listen, why can't we buy this,
Yes.
live on one of the rooms and rent the others? And that's completely legal with FHA as long as you live in the property for a year. So we already have them approved. We're looking for a lot, and then we're gonna buy the lot, and they're gonna build their co-living property there. It's gonna be their first property. They're gonna live in one room and rent the other. So it's a beautiful thing. They're actually gonna live for free
Mm-hmm.
because the tenants are gonna pay for the mortgage, and they're gonna make probably, I think, about $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. So now, can you do this on a used home, like Yanira was saying? Yes, you can, if you like punishment, right? We have people that are doing it now. What's happening? The tenants start complaining, like
Yes.
Yanira was saying, because it wasn't engineered for that.
Yes.
When you have a 1,500 square feet, 3-2, and now you add a fourth bedroom, now you put also the garage in the same air conditioning unit. Now nobody's gonna be cold
Yeah.
because the unit wasn't engineered for that. Neither the plumbing, neither the septic. So that's the advantages of new construction. One, no repairs, no out of pocket expenses. When you're building new, we give you a 210 home warranty, 2 years of mechanical, which is electrical, plumbing, air conditioning, and 10 years of structural. And that's the reason why also we are very careful of the products that we put on the home,
Yes.
because we give you warranty. So in order to give you warranty, we need to make sure that the products we're putting on the home are the best.
Yes.
Number two, tenants prefer to live in and pay premium rentals on a brand new property. Somebody that wants to pay $1,000, $1,200 a month, and instead of going into a garage that is not insulated, maybe not even with air conditioning, or the little air conditioning attached to the home, and it's an old home, obviously it's not going to be as comfortable. It's not going to be as likely to live there for a long time. And he might just stay for 3 months, 4 months till he finds something better, or moves back to their house, to their home, to their parents' house, right? So they're going to pay premium because they're brand new, and also with better insulation. By the way, for the person that was asking about the walls, we include foam insulation in the whole house.
Yes. Very
That
important.
is also an upgrade. Is there cheaper insulation? Yes, there is. We don't do that. Why? Because we don't want any investor calling us saying, "Hey, my tenants are complaining that the house is not cooling."
Yeah.
So within the walls, we have insulation, foam insulation, and we also do foam insulation in the ceiling, and that seals the house, and it creates an environment with everything. It's a lot cooler for the property. The AC works less as well. And they also obviously have a new kitchen, and I'm going to show you the floor plan. The homes were designed with all the bedrooms have their own bathroom, their own AC. Basically, Yanira jumped into my slide on the last one.
I
She does that a
love
lot.
blowing
Yeah, she does that a lot.
I love blowing the fireworks.
And then there's also a faster appreciation than an old house. Very important. If you're buying a house from the 80s and doing all of these, it's probably going to cost you about the same on down payment than building a brand
Yes.
new home that has all the warranties, that is designed for it, and the new home, it's always gonna price 20 to 25% more, size by size, apples to all apples.
Yes.
An old home and a used home, a new home is always, the new home is gonna price for about 20% more. Now, what are the risks? Some people may say, okay, Yuri, but everything is perfect. No, there are risks. So, what are the risks when you're building a property for this? Number one, could there be construction delays? There could be. So normally, after payment approval, this model should take about 6 to 8 months to build. Okay, and but something that we do is that we give you a guaranteed time frame, and we're going to talk about guarantees in a minute, which are on our contract. We give you a guaranteed time frame once we evaluate your project in the area of how many months we're going to take to build. If we go over that time, we'll start paying you a penalty every month deducted from the purchase of the home. So that is very important. We put our money where our mouth is, and we make sure that we finish on time from the time that we do the permits approved. Also, repairs. Is there any repairs? Well, in new construction, you don't have that problem. In all homes, you do. In all homes, sometimes you may open a shower because you're just changing the tile, and now you have a room full of mold that you didn't know you had. So this is basically all brand new. You have everything under warranty. When something doesn't work for whatever reason, basically they call our warranty department and we fix it. A clarification on that: warranty, not wear and tear. Correct. So if, for example, a sink is leaking, or the dishwasher don't work, that is warranty. Now, if somebody breaks the dishwasher, that's a very different story, of course. What is the other risk? Is vacancy. A lot of people that going to start renting properties, they're worried, okay, how do I know that the property is going to be always occupied? Well, we are mitigating that by having four tenants. Actually, we have a new model that we haven't put in the market yet, that is a 6-6. So you can do 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 6-6, 6 bathrooms. Now, on the 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms that we're talking today, you have four tenants. So the likelihood that you lose four tenants, it's very, very low, especially with a good property manager, and especially with a brand new home, beautiful home that everybody wants to live in. So normally we are seeing with other companies that have thousands of these properties rented, that the vacancy is up to 92% a year, because you're always going to have, typically you might lose one and you replace it quickly, but you have three other tenants, as opposed to having a single family home with one family. The family leaves, now you're basically paying for everything yourself.
Yes.
And that is a lot more risk. Okay, again, if you have any questions, please put it on the Q&A. And again, one more time, we have a webinar exclusive offer for 7 lots that we have available today, um, at the end. So don't miss the end. Don't leave. It's a special, a webinar offer with a discount in the construction that we're going to be showing you. So this is the beautiful Sovereign 4 model. We started this model the last week of May, so about 8 weeks ago. And we did a webinar like this. We had about 12 people that put deposits that day, and then since then, obviously, many others. But the reason we designed it this way is because we wanted to create a home, not only that it's a cash cow for the investor, but also it's somewhere that the tenants are gonna go and say, "Wow, I get to live here." It's not that I have to live here because it's cheap. Is that I get to live here in this beautiful home, brand new with all the warranties. So, and it's engineered and designed. So this is a modern ranch elevation that we're very proud of. And like Yanira just said, we had our first 3 permits on this since the first week of June that these people started, and we will start construction on these. And you see the video here. We give you 4 driveways, for a driveway for 4 cars, and that is the layout. And I'm gonna explain it to you and show it to you in detail now. So I love Yanira loves to explain this slide. So hopefully she doesn't steal from my next slide. So Yanira, please go ahead.
Really will. I'm very excited. because it's not the same to tell you, yes, we have created a co-living opportunity for you versus actually see it in place and see how wonderful it's been designed to cover all the needs. So we already told you what are the challenges that we overcame with this model and why we created it versus what people are doing with used homes, trying to make it work. This is not a model that we made it to work. It's a model designed to be able to give you the opportunity to create the return on investment, but also for the tenants to be happy to rent from you. So you can clearly see here in the model what I explained to you before. The main entrance, I think you can see, can they see the?
Yeah, yeah, they can.
Okay, so, okay, cool. So this is the main entrance of the home, okay? And this is the four-car garage, or no car garage, the four driveways. Why we didn't do car garage? We didn't do car garage to give that space into the house. If not, we will have to have more square footage and diminish a little bit the return on investment. So we decided not to have a garage, but give you the space with pavers and everything beautifully designed. So the two tenants of this size park on this side and so on the other side. This is the main entrance of the home. They also have their individual entrance that we told you. All these spaces in the corners are the individual entrance for each master suite in the co-living. So they have privacy completely. They don't have to ever use the main entrance if they don't want to. They can always just enter directly into the privacy of their home, which is their suite over here. You can see inside of their suite, these spaces that I don't know if you can read that it says bath, but this is the bathroom that each room has individually, okay? It does have so much space. They are 13 by 14, if I'm not mistaken, right? The rooms?
Mm-hmm.
They are 13 by 14, so they're big rooms, like master bedrooms, okay? All the bedrooms have their own closet. This is the closet for here. This is the closet for here. This is the closet for here. And this is the closet for here. So they have everything that they need. And I would dare to say that they can even fit a little fridge if they want. They're gonna have their, which I already said, the space of the closet. They also gonna have the AC units that we told you, the split units on each room to be able to control the temperature independently on each room, okay? They're gonna share. What are the areas that they're gonna share?
On the AC units, guys,
Yes.
we're putting 5 units on this home, 4 mini splits, 1 mini split on each room, and a master main unit ducted for all the main areas
Awesome.
and for air distribution. So we're putting 5.
Which typically what people do in houses that they're remodeling and converting into this is sometimes even putting that unit that goes on the wall on the window, that's not efficient at all for the room temperature and the utilities in the house. So we're already creating that temperature environment that is energy costly considered to be able to be efficient on the return on investment and what you're going to charge your clients for utilities. So what areas are we going to share? We're going to share the dining room area, the kitchen area, and I believe that we have another model that have another space for a living room, correct?
Bigger model.
A bigger model. This one is the dining room area and the kitchen area. Something that for me was very important is that I was thinking, okay, if I were to be renting this, I would be arguing with all the other tenants if somebody stole my food. So that's very important. So we build over here a big pantry that is going to be subdivided in 4. So every individual room or unit is going to have their own private space of pantry. And I think that is something that the renters or the tenants would really appreciate when they have to share a kitchen, right? So the fridge and everything else is shared. A special space that I think is very important to have so people feel like more at home is having the outdoor 10 by 10 patio that they can have for their barbecue, their guests, the family that they invite, or even for themselves if they come out to be friends by living together as roommates. People create relationships, and having that social space we believe is very important. So we also created that space. So I think that we were able to satisfy all the needs, the immediate needs that make people feel at home, that they don't feel like they're just in a corner in a house because they're not able to afford a full apartment. I think it brings back dignity to people that needs affordable housing, that gives them an opportunity to be happy, to prepare to become homeowners in the future, and it also gives you the opportunity to make money and contribute to the needs.
So what's included? We include the 2 year, like we talked about, the 210 home warranty, still reinforced hurricane-proof garage doors. In this case, this house doesn't have a garage.
Mm-hmm.
LED lighting in the whole house, solid doors, oversized closets, mirrors and lighting, including in all the bathrooms. This is a block and concrete construction. Okay, we don't build on wood. This is block and concrete. And again, any questions, guys? Please put it on the questions and answers. Be more than happy to answer for you. We include architectural shingles, cathedral ceilings. We actually put recessed ceilings in all the suites. So they're 10-foot ceilings, and in the recess, it makes it to 11-foot ceilings. So it's gonna look really nice. We include the patio, 42-inch cabinets, and foam insulation, and also stainless steel appliances already included on every home in the kitchen. The only thing that is not included, it really would be your stackable laundry. Some people are just buying a stackable. Some people are actually bringing the ones that you put with coins on a co-living space. So that's basically up to you, whichever you want to do. This is some of the reviews that we have from our investors, from duplexes and other properties that we have done. You can review more of these in Google. So really quick, let's talk about the guarantees because we have 10 more minutes to go. We're gonna talk about the guarantees that we offer on Queen Homes that are on your contract. Number one, fixed price guarantee. That's this one right here on the bottom left. When you sign contract with us, you're gonna see on our contract this guarantee that says that that is a fixed price guarantee. That means that if anything changes price from the time that you sign contract to the time we deliver the home, it's on our responsibility basically. So that's why we have to do our due diligence and making sure that what we're telling you is what it's gonna be. Obviously, including our profit, including everything and overhead as well. So, but you have a fixed price guarantee. Why we mention that? Because there's a lot of builders that tell you, "Hey, we'll bill you a cost plus 30,000, for example." That is not a price because the cost could be anything. If something goes up, and let's say the windows went up $3,000, the concrete went up $6,000, and then when they are done at the end, and the county wants more grass, the county wants, for you to elevate, the backyard, all of that is on us. With a price plus or cost plus, you don't have a set price, so you really don't know what you're gonna end up paying. Number two, construction guarantee. We already mentioned that. 2 year mechanical, 10 year structural. Number three, on time completion guarantee. We will finish the home at the time that we tell you on the contract. So, based in the area and everything, we're going to have a time of completion from the date that the permit is approved. And if we don't deliver by then, we actually start paying you $2,000 a month penalty. So again, we put our money where our mouth is. 48-hour clear communication guarantee that we're always gonna communicate with you in a clear manner within 48 hours. This is also from our team, obviously, that manages our builder trend. And total price transparency guarantee, meaning that you're gonna see when you sign contract every single detail that it's included in your home. There's nothing hidden. and you're gonna know exactly what you're paying for in your home. Okay. Also, during construction, actually, if you want to explain this, please.
No, go ahead.
All right, great. Weekly pictures of your project. So, Builder Trend right here on the left is one of the systems that is the most advanced systems for custom homes. So, no matter where you are in this on the world, when we start construction, we're gonna give you a username and password. You're gonna see two things. One, we upload pictures and videos every week of the project, so you're able to see our superintendents what's going on in your project, whether we pass an inspection or not, etc. Number two, we're gonna give you a Gantt schedule. That means that from the time that we start, there's a live schedule where we're gonna be checking every little step of completed construction. And if something gets delayed, our superintendents change that, and automatically all everything changes. But you're able to see there from beginning to end, and if there's a delays or not, or something gets faster or not. So you're able to see what's going on with pictures and videos, and you're able to see what is your target date of completion, including to every nail and concrete on flooring and everything line by line. Okay, so let's talk about the product that we have available today. Okay, you guys already know about custom homes. This is Inverness. We have actually 5 lots available that we have a special promotion today. And I'm going to be showing you the numbers of construction and everything. So Inverness, it's a city about 15 minutes from Ocala, 15 minutes from Leesburg, and 30 minutes from the beach on the Tampa side, so from Crystal River Springs and all of that. So it's a city that it's in amazing development right now, and we have 5 lots available. And I'm going to share the map so that you see the lots, because these are lots that we already bought. These are lots that we already vetted, and that we know how much it's going to take to build on that lot. Okay, so this is an area, a lot of retirees, a lot of people with fixed income. Everybody has boats. Everybody has jet skis, RVs. There's no HOA, which is very important for this. And you can see here exactly where it is. And we're going to get into the numbers. So these are the 5 lots. If you see this right here, these are the 5 lots which are here that we have available today. We had more, but obviously they come in and out as people choose their lots. And I'm going to show you an example of one of the lots. What do we do when we buy the lots? Number one, we don't buy in lots that are in the middle of nowhere where there's no houses. We want to make sure that there's power in the houses. Now, this area of Inverness, the whole community is septic. So we have already included the septic. And these are some of the stats as far as 30 minutes from Ocala. There's 12 public schools, nursing care centers. The Inverness Airport Business Park is right there. There's a college campus for Central Florida, the Netherlands Christian Academy. So there's a lot of employment in that area. And we have lots available there for $25,000 that we already vetted and that are ready to build. And at the end, we're going to give you a special on that. So,
I always get this question when I'm talking about areas.
yes, let's go back to the area.
Investors are always curious, no, because I'm sure we have people from outside of Florida maybe that are considering this, and by looking at the map, I'm sure that someone, at least one person, is thinking, oh, but I don't know where Inverness is. Why not in Miami? Why not in Boca Raton? Or why not in big cities that everyone knows from everywhere, internationally and nationally? Why not? Why in these areas?
Okay, well, first of all, let's say if you're looking at Miami, your lot is going to be probably like 150,000 in comparison to 25,000. So the numbers just don't work in areas like that. Boca Raton is it's as expensive, if not more expensive than Miami. We can do it in Orlando, for example. There's lots in Orlando for about 100,000, 125,000. So the reason why most of the construction and most of the investors are in the outskirts is because there are areas where everybody's building because there's a lot of demand because of the price of the land. We still can find lots at $25,000 that are impossible to find in Central Florida, in Orlando, and like some people ask me, oh, I want to be next to Disney. Well, you got to pay like $200,000 for a lot, and you're gonna rent it for a little bit more, but not enough to pay
To cover the
nine
300.
times the lot.
Yeah.
So the question is not where you would like it. The question is where you're gonna make the most money as
Yes.
an investor. If you're a seasoned investor, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
If you are, doing it for the first time, you might be thinking, "Oh, I want it right next to my house." It makes no sense. Like we have somebody that is in St. Cloud, and St. Cloud's a single family lot's about 150,
Yes.
and we can rent the rooms for about $400 more a week. I'm sorry, a month. So that's about $1,200 more a month. Great, but it doesn't justify jumping from 25,000 to 150. But again, my job, I always have thought, is to guide you to make the best decision.
Yes.
If you still want me to build there, we'll build it. But I want to tell you what the numbers are. And the reason why is because we were real estate and mortgage first. So
Yeah.
we look at it from every point of view to make sure that you have good exits on this investment.
Awesome.
But we can build anywhere. If you want Miami, let's go. Welcome to Miami.
It's a
Let's
very
party.
common question, so I want to bring it over.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, the lots that we have in Port Charlotte, they're amazing as well, and we're going to show you that in a minute. That is in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
So, what is the cost of this home? Okay, right now we're building this home. This is the Sovereign Four, 4 bedrooms, 4 bath. I'm right here. 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 1,550 square feet for $273,000. That includes everything, meaning cleaning the land, the foundation, the obviously the whole home, the stainless steel appliances, the warranties. It includes the impact fees. Impact fees alone are about $15,000. That's all included in there. Always be careful when you're talking to builders. A lot of builders give you a low price.
Yes.
And after you sign contract, oh, by the way, I didn't include the taxes, I didn't include the permitting, I didn't include the impact fees. Oh, we gotta clear the lot. That's an additional 9,000.
Yeah.
We don't play those games. That is an all-inclusive game with a price with your keys in your hands, with the AC on and the certificate of occupancy done. And that's the price with a price and guarantee that we give you. Land, we have land there for 25,000 available right now. So the whole project is 298. So if you were to build the cash, which you can, you're basically looking at $298,000 investment. And I think that for a 4 bedroom, 4 bath with 4 bathrooms, a foam insulation, 5 AC units,
Yeah.
it's an amazing price. That's what normally you buy for a 3 2 1,500 square feet without all these additions that we're doing to the home. Now, you could also finance it. So, as we said, we do have financing available. Right now, the bank is financing approximately about $200,000, $202,000 of this project. Um, what that does is basically generates a down payment. So what is a $71,000 down payment? It's simply the difference between the cost of the construction and the loan, like any loan. Now, let's talk about financing. The beautiful thing about this financing is that the banks that we have that we've worked with for many years, they approve our investors as long as you have three things. You need to have the lot paid off, you need to have a 640 credit score minimum, and the lot has to be on your corporation, not on your personal name. With that, you're approved. They don't base it on taxes. They don't base it on your income. They don't base it on anything else that the project. And obviously, me as a builder, I am signing obviously a guarantee as well on the construction side for the bank. So since we've done over 300 loans with them, they know they're not gonna have any problems. If you go with your cousin, Mike, that just got his license, has never built, the bank will never finance you. Because a lot of the risk is in the construction, and because of the track record that we have with them, they approve our investors basically. So I do gotta say, actually, probably in the last 10 years, we've never had a denial because we're telling you upfront that's what you need. We need the lot paid off. We need obviously your down payment. We need 640 credit score and the owners of the corporation and the corporation. If you are from outside the United States, instead of about a 30% down payment, they request a 40% down payment, but we can also do it. Okay.
So that's one of the other concerns
And I
that
have a question here. Yes.
investors bring a lot,
Mhm.
that they want to use their preferred bank because they have relationship with Chase or Wells Fargo or whatever bank, and they think that they're gonna get a better deal. Why do we use our lenders?
We use our lenders, number one, because they're already approved. We have basically a guaranteed approval for our investors. And also, and most importantly, because of the draw schedule. There's a lot of banks that kind of do construction loans on the side. It's not what they do.
Right.
The banks that we do, that's all they do. They're a national national lender for builders. So what that means is that they have the manpower for the inspections because this works by draws. So when I finish, let's say for foundation, I request my first draw of reimbursement because they only pay on the job that has been done, and that is to protect you and to protect them. So I can only request advancements, not advancements, draws on job that is done. So I finish to slab, I request a draw, they send an inspector, they inspect it, they send it to you to approve, and then I get reimbursed for what I already done. Then blocks, then framing, then roof, and that's how I keep going all the way to the end. Those inspections with the banks that we have, 24 hours. Before we used to work with other banks and people brought other banks like credit unions and things like that. Each inspection from the bank would be like a week to 2 weeks. That means that I have to stop construction. So imagine if I'm building the house in 6 months and now I have to stop a week and there's 8 draws, that's 8 more weeks that I'm stopped. And you don't want that. And definitely I don't want that because the longer I take to build, the more it costs me.
Yes.
My superintendents, all my overhead, everything is based per day. So it costs me more. And also I'm more exposed to the materials going up, and I already guarantee you a price. So that's really the reason, because I'm guaranteeing the price, so I want to go fast. I have another question here for Mr. Thang. How long will the 273 price last? Very good question. That is the July price, which is we're at the end of the July.
29 to.
So to give you an idea, last month this home was at 262. Okay, every month the price adjusts, and that's why we say when we sign contract and we get the deposit, that's when you freeze the price. So if you put a deposit today, and we sign contract this week, basically that's when you
Lock the price.
lock the price. If you wait for next week for August, which is perfectly fine, then we'll have a new pricing for August, based on we basically call all our vendors and everything, and we find out, like we just found out that the impact fees went up about $3,000 right now in Charlotte County, and in several counties in Central Florida. So we have to obviously update the price because that's not something I'm raising. That's the county raising their fees, and obviously I gotta pay those fees. Okay.
Yes.
So that's for the month of July, that payment. So, and please, any other questions, ask. Uh, so you have also closing costs, which are about $10,000. Oops, let me go back here. Closing costs about $10,000, and interest while I build, which is about 10,352. By the way, that's what the bank gives me if I were to build for 12 months. If I build faster, then you're probably gonna end up spending less. And that amount of money, you can either put it up front or you can have it deducted every month from your bank account. So total amount that you need to build this right now in Inverness is only $117,000. What does that include?
That's
The lot,
when you're financing.
when you're financing, includes the lot, the down payment, the closing cost, and the interest while in construction. That's it. Everything else, it's already all included in your construction loan. So we close with this, and once I'm done, that's basically where you would refinance to a DSCR loan, which I'm gonna get into that space now. But right now, you can get here, you can get one of these properties in this area with these lots we have for $117,000. Now, how does it work once I'm done with a house? Okay, and this is very important because this is the reason why people do these investments. So let's look at this. So approximate appraisal value 299, and the loan you have right now is 202. Okay, now what is your income? So this is basically a profit and loss of your investment. So you're gonna have 4 units, 4 rooms to rent. Each one is forecasted to rent for 995 a month with a 1 year lease. Very important. We had a conference call with Pat Split, and we were happy to see that we're very low. Actually, they're forecasting for a new home with a private bathroom, new construction, about $1,300. So we're actually low, but we left it as that so that we are underperforming. And obviously, you're gonna get more money on this. And this company, it's a company that they have about 12,000 rooms all over the United States rented on co-living. So they have all the statistics. So you have there on income 3,980, which is 47,000 a year. Then you have an estimated tenant utility contribution of $95. So they pay about 1,090, which is 4,360. So that's basically all your income. Can you charge more? Yes, you can. It's really completely up to you. This is just basically an estimation of what we see in the market. Of course, this is an investment. Nothing is guaranteed. I cannot tell you that's going to be to the penny what you're going to get every month. Now, what are your expenses? Let's talk about this. So, in your expenses, you're going to have your payment on that DSCR loan when you refinance. That includes principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Right now, the bank is giving us an estimation of $1,699 on that $200,000 loan. Okay. Then you have property management. If you're gonna manage it yourself, you save the 398. If not, we have co-living property managers that charge about 10% to manage the property. In other words, they find the tenant, they move the tenant, they collect the money. You don't have to do anything. You just get your money in your bank account every month. You also have to provide Wi-Fi. Remember that they are contributing about $400, $380. So Wi-Fi it's about 75 bucks. There's no water here because in this area this is well and septic. You are doing 2 grass cuts a month, which is $100, $50 a cut, and power average about 250. We actually have properties there that we have rented, and that's what the bill's coming out to be.
I would love to hear from you guys if someone can just go like this, if this is very understandable, because this is very natural for us because we see it every day. I know that it's a big spreadsheet. I would like to know if you guys are understanding the layout of the spreadsheet. And if you guys have any question, please feel free to ask. We will be more than glad to explain it to you. We believe that is very self-explanatory, but I do know that it's a lot of numbers and a lot of lines. So I would love to know if you guys can understand it or if you guys have any questions.
Jeffrey asked a question, very good question. How much is the principal and interest per month
Yes.
and what interest rate? That was calculated on a DSCR at 6.5. Obviously, you're gonna do that DSCR when I'm done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you started with a construction loan. So let's say I take 6 months. Let's say we start this month. I take 6 months. That's when you refinance with the DSCR. Let's say in January, February, because we're
Mm-hmm.
already in August, and I gotta permit it.
Yeah.
Whatever the interest rate is, that's what it's going to be. Right now, I can only tell you what is now. All the gurus say the interest should be coming down, so that might be lower. Okay. But that includes the principal, the interest, the taxes, and insurance. If you want to know the breakdown, I can send it to you. I don't have that on this one. I just have the lump sum of what it is. But it's really all formulas as far as principal, interest, taxes, and insurance there. No HOA, no CDD in that area. The lots that I'm right now offering, there's no HOA, no CDD. So you don't have any other charges. Okay, but great question. So your total expenses about 2,522. So you have an estimated cash flow of about $1,800, $1,838, which is $22,000 a month, sorry, a year, and you put in about 117. So that gives you about an 18% return on investment a year, which is
Which
amazing
is what blows
for
my
a rental
mind,
property.
because the normal ROI out there, you guys know, if you're investors anywhere, you're between, if it's a great investment, maybe 8%, if it's a regular investment, between 5 and 7. If
Correct.
if you actually made the right decision on the property and you actually got the rental and everything else aligned correctly for you to get the money. Actually, we know a lot of people that invested in the last 3 years, that they're negative in the return because they were investing in the wrong product at the wrong time. So having an 18% return on investment is just incredible.
Absolutely. And I gotta hurry up because we have another webinar at 7 p.m. at 6:38. So let me go over this. And you can send me a message if you want to call or something like that after. I'll be more than happy to. This is the appreciation at 5 years, which is amazing. So this is what about you will be getting on rental for the 3 years, for example, 66,000. And this is what the property will be worth only at a 5% a year appreciation, which is the average is about 6 to 7% in this area a year for the last 7 years. I'm doing it here at five again to be conservative. So if
Yes.
you were to exit at 3 years, this is what your total net would be, which is about 97%. In other words, you're lowering, I'm sorry, you're doubling your money
Wow.
in 3 years. And for the rental, this is very simple, guys. You buy a house. If we go back here, for $298,000. Everybody's doing this right now. Probably a used home. Very few new homes for that price.
Yeah.
You buy a home right now for rental for 298, 3.2. You rent it for $2,000.
Yep.
That's the numbers. That's
That's the market.
average.
That's the market right
With co-living, you're paying the same for the home, but you're collecting 3,980. Why? Because you're renting it by room. That's it. That's at the end of the day. That is the math. That's how this works. And that's the reason why the return. A lot of people ask us, how are you getting that return? That's why a lot of people are doing co-living. And every time we talk to people, actually, they say, "Oh yeah, I have a house and it was old and it was my uncle's and I divided it by room." And they are doing co-living,
now. Yeah.
but they are doing it on used homes, right? We are basically one of the first builders. I think the only one in Central Florida that right now it's designing homes for this for new construction. Okay. Now, this is Port Charlotte, and I'm going to go a little bit faster here, and I'm going to leave you with a website where it has a lot of information and the offer that we're going to have. Port Charlotte is a beautiful area, 15 minutes for the beach, canals everywhere. As you can see, literally, canals are like that everywhere. And we have lots that are across the street from the canal, not in the canal, but we do have 3 lots available right now for $25,000 that I'm going to show you. Okay, and this is where Port Charlotte is, right here. So it's 15 minutes from Sarasota, sorry, 25 minutes from Sarasota, and about 15 minutes from the water, and next to Punta Gorda. So it's right around all the beach and the marinas. A lot of commerce over there. You're right next to the Millennium Physician Group, Sunseekers Resort. It's so much basically over there. And these are the 3 lots. And I'm going to be giving you a QR code that you can actually take a picture where you're going to be able to see all this information and the addresses as well. Okay. And these are the numbers in Port Charlotte, a little bit different. The reason why is because it cost us a little bit more to build in Port Charlotte. So these 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms is costing us 283. Number one reason the impact fees are higher on Port Charlotte, are about $4,000 higher. The other reason is because we have to elevate the home 10 feet. In Central Florida, we have to be 2 feet. Our FFE, our Florida finish elevation, finish floor elevation, has to be 2 feet from the median on the street. In Port Charlotte, 10 feet. So if you see all the new homes, they're really high. Why? Because we're 15 minutes from the beach. That's just the requirement for everybody. That means we need to bring a lot more dirt and a lot more concrete to bring it up, and that is the reason it costs that. So in Port Charlotte right now, if we were to build on the lots that we have, that is the price, 283, 500 in Port Charlotte because of those reasons. Same thing now. The property costs more. Sorry, the construction costs more because of that reasons, but also the house appraises for more, which is very interesting. So in this one here, you need about 122. Okay, again, same exercise, cost of the land and the down payment, closing cost, and the loan cost, the interest. And these are the numbers here. You're about at 20%. I don't know if Yanira, you want to mention something here while I answer this question.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Because I'm excited about the offer. I want to tell you the offer, which by the way, when we tell you the offer that I think it's incredible, you're gonna have the opportunity to to accept the offer today and put your down payment or your separation of the lot with the discount. And then you can look at the lots, you can do, there's
I'm gonna get there. See, she keeps getting to my slides.
okay, so let's go. Let's go.
What am I gonna
Okay,
do, Jeffrey?
I'm excited. I'm excited about the offer. Let's get to the offer. It's
I asked you
incredible.
about this slide.
No, we already know the numbers. Let's
You can
get
see
to the offer.
we've been married for a long time, right? So,
To the offer.
Jeffrey, to answer your question, what is the expected price of the home? I mentioned it. So, for example, on this one,
Yes.
the expected price, appraisal price is 309.
Yes.
Okay, on this home. So after it's built, so you have, and you only owe 205 with the down payment that you put in. So you are well below the 80% that you will need for the DSCR. So the DSCR, and this is something very interesting also, Jeffrey. I see that you probably know a lot about financing. We design the homes in a way that the DSCR can get approved with typical rental or with room by room.
Yes.
A lot of seasoned investors ask me, hey, Yuri, but the DSCR is not going to take the $4,000 that you're showing there on rental. Fine. The DSCR is going to take a regular rental. That home, 4 bedroom, 4 bath in Port Charlotte, rents are about 2,300, 2,200, 2,100. Your payment is 1699. So you still qualify,
Yeah.
even for regular DSCR. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, lenders are telling me if I'm finished and you rent it and you have leases signed, they will take the month to month.
They will use it, of course.
They will take the room by room, which is super interesting. So, but yes, you are safe to do the DSCR, no problem, because it's a property that is going to rent for 309. Now, if you're asking if you can refinance and take a cash out, yes, you can. That really then it would depend up to you, right? Because if it appraises for 309, a cash out refi, it's 80%, that's 60,000, that's 260, you only owe 205. So technically, yes, you can take some of your money out. You just got to work at the numbers at that moment to see if you take that money out, obviously your payment goes a little higher,
Yes.
but you're still going to cash flow. So yes, there may be an opportunity for you to cash out. Great question, Jeffrey. And I'm so sorry that I'm going fast, but we literally have like 75 people in the Spanish version at 7 p.m.
Yeah, and it's 6:45.
And it's 46:45. So what are the steps? And this is obviously the most important thing. So you can lock the price today for 5 days with a deposit of $2,500. Then we would do a Zoom tomorrow. I would call you tonight or tomorrow morning, and we would do a Zoom tomorrow to discuss all of this,
Yes.
specifically to the lot. We will look at the lots, and you would choose the lot that you want. Okay? And then I will send you the contract for you to review. We will have a second Zoom. We would love to see you in person, even better, instead of a Zoom. So we can meet here Thursday, Friday, Monday, and we would go over the contract. You would sign the contract, and that's where you put the rest of the deposit. And that's basically when you're done. Now, what we're doing today, and this is what Yanira wanted to steal my thunder here, is
The
that
fireworks.
if you put your deposit today between 2,500 to 3,500 max, okay? It's not a 5,000 direct discount here, actually, that it says here it's a 5,000. It's a 3,500. We're capping it at 3,500 for this webinar, okay? Because prices continue to go up. So if you scan this QR code right here, okay, that would take you to the landing page where you'll be able to see everything that I talked to. You'll be able to see the lots If you want to look them up, look at the areas, you
Yeah.
can see the lots and you can put your deposit there. So that is the QR code that right now you have to go. If you're looking at this on your cell phone, if you press with your thumb on the QR code, it opens it as well. You don't need to take a picture. If you're on your laptop, just take your cell phone and direct it to
Scan.
there. Yes, but what is the 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 offer today for the webinar? If you put a deposit up to midnight today, as long as still lots available, we have a next the next webinar in 13 minutes. As long as it's available, you can choose your lot tomorrow and first come first serves, of course. So let's say you put a $3,500 deposit. I'm gonna discount $3,500 of the price.
So it's dollar to dollar matching what your deposit is today to separate the lot.
Correct. So I am doing dollar to dollar match of your deposit today.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay. So again, what are the steps? Step number one, you scan this QR code. You're going to go to the landing page. You're going to see everything that we talked about already there. And you're going to click on one of the buttons and it's going to take you to where you put your deposit with a debit card. And we talk tomorrow. We choose your lot and we go. This is fully refundable for the 5 days. So if you put the deposit, you lock your price today. Let's say Friday, you tell me, Yuri, you know what? I want to build somewhere else. I want another lot. I want to build something bigger. Whatever it is, I didn't like the lot. I went to see it. No problem. You get all your money back till Monday. You have 5 days to commit, make a decision, and we go. If you're gonna cancel, please don't put the deposit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have so many people that really want the lots. So, if you're thinking of if you just want more information, by all means, please send us a message. We'll have a Zoom with you. We'll meet in person. If you're not ready for this, if you are, then by all means, we would love to give you this. And I think I have one more question. And then I wanted to show the lots if I have time. Anything you want to say right now, Yanira? More than happy to. What if I have my own lot, let's say in Tampa? Is a construction price similar? It depends. JKB Music. I love it. You're in music. This is what I can do, JKB. We can build in Tampa. We're building in Port Charlotte already. We're
Yes.
pricing in Wesley Chapel and we're pricing in Zephyr Hills right now. So if you already have a lot that is zoned for single family home, you can put the deposit today, okay? And I'll honor the discount on the construction. And then we can talk tomorrow because I need to do due diligence on your lot. I don't know if your lot
Yes.
is gonna need a stem wall. I don't know if it has well or septic. I don't know
There's so many details that
if
we need to
it's nice
discover.
like a soccer field or if it has 2,000 trees that I gotta clear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I will honor the 3,500 webinar special if you put that deposit before midnight today. So scan the QR code and then you can send me my information is there as well. You can send me a message. Let's talk tomorrow. I'll honor that. And I just got to look at your lot. If your lot is similar to Port Charlotte, it might be similar. I also don't know if you're Pinellas or Hillsboro. The impact fees are very different in Port Charlotte, Pinellas, Hillsboro. So really, on that, it depends. But what I can promise you, JKB, is that I will do the due diligence probably by Friday. I have superintendents over there that can take a look at your lot and my permitting department, and I will give you a hard number by Monday. You like it? Let's go. You don't like it? You get your 3,500. So I'll be able to honor
It
that.
is 6:50, guys. I need to get ready.
And let me show.
7. Hold on, before you show the lots.
Yes.
I need to get ready for the next one, so I'm gonna step out for a minute to be ready and refresh for the next webinar. But on my side, I want to finish with this. This is for people to make a decision today that already knew that you wanted to invest, that you already knew that you're ready to make a decision and you want to take the opportunity of taking advantage of this matching dollar by dollar. And you understood everything as we explain now, and you're ready to make a decision already. Like Yuri said, if you're still not sure about it, we're more than happy to have a separate conversation with you. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable with the decision that you're making. I want to thank you guys for taking the opportunity to take this webinar with us. It will be an honor, a blessing, and a pleasure for us to help you and your family to grow your portfolio of investment, creating the best quality of life, and creating also or satisfying also the need of others that are not able to purchase their home today, but they still are deserve to have a quality of life. So from my side, Yanira Suarez, thank you so much. It's been an honor to get to meet you, and hopefully we can do business together. I'll see you next time. I'm gonna get ready for the next webinar.
I don't have
Thank you,
to. I
guys.
don't have to do makeup, so I'll stay with you guys 5 more minutes. I just want to show you the lots really quick, or a couple of lots on the minutes that I have. So this is Inverness. So if you see in here, this is a country club. You have the airport here, and this is an area. I just want to make sure. This is one of the lots. This is one of the lots that is available. So as you can see, we're not building in the middle of nowhere. I'm very picky with my lots because I buy the lot. So if you guys don't buy it, I'll build it for me. And as you can see here, there's houses with pools. There's houses already built. There's power here. So this is literally one of the lots that is available. And as you can see, this is a new construction that they're building here. This is a big house back here, another big house. And again, you have house with pools. This is East Glover. This is 6375 East Glover Street in Inverness. These lots are 80 by 120. Plenty of space. A lot of people are actually renting RV sites on the side as well. There's no HOA, so you can get more income that way. And let me show you one of the lots in beautiful Port Charlotte. So you see Port Charlotte here. It's about 15 minutes for South Venice. And you have here Sarasota. And let me show you one of the lots available right here. As you can see, I hope you're seeing my screen. Yes, you are. If you see here, there you go. These houses have boats in the back. Okay. This is one of the lots that is $25,000 that we're offering today. You have homes here. These homes here are about $700,000 to $800,000, guys, and you're gonna be right next to them. So you are not the most expensive house there by all means, and that's the reason why houses appraise for so much. It's a beautiful area. We're very conservative on the appraisal. So again, that is one of the lots available in Port Charlotte. So it really depends where you want to be, what type of investment you want to do. But you have the QR code, guys. Please look at it. If you already scan it, that's great. And hope to hear from you, and hope to see your deposit. And I can talk to you tomorrow in Zoom, and we can decide on which lot is the best one for you. Again, my name is Yuri Gomez with Queen Homes, and I wish you always nothing but health, wealth, and success in real estate. Take care, guys. Bye bye.